It's your boy Diggs again, and this is another segment or episode, I don't know what to call it, of Two Up with Diggs. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate everyone who follows us, subscribes to us. If you don't yet, it is not too late to join the party. Be a part of the Diggs and Ghost family, man. We talk all things bikes. Anyway, topic today is something that came up when we made a skit last week. That skit was centered around riding with someone you don't know. When you're out, do you ride with them? So I think the big thing about riding a motorcycle is that it does build camaraderie. So while it is great to be out on your bike riding alone, there is a different sense of like pride, fun, things like that when you're riding with other bikes. So to be specific, when you're out on the road and you see a bike that you don't know, you've never met them, you've never seen them before, but they're riding in the same direction on the same highway, would you pull up next to them? I'm gonna say yeah. No, I'm joking. It's not that simple. I think there's a couple things that go into that. Specifically, there's two main dynamics. We have to focus on, first, the person who has someone approaching them. Second, the person doing the approaching. So the first perspective I obviously want to take is the person who's riding and a random person comes up behind them. This can cause some worry. One, because we don't know how good of a rider this person is. What if they are awful? What if they're terrible at braking? A car cuts me off. If I have to slam on my brakes and I don't know what that guy's going to do behind me, it creates a sense of worry because I can't see them. So there's a lot of times where if I see a bike pull behind me, I'm inclined to slow down, get out the way, and let them pass. I'll still ride with them. I just prefer to be the one able to dictate my own fate, whether I hit them or not whether or not they're going to hit me. Another worry could be is, what if they happen to be getting chased by a cop or something crazy and they're trying to use this decoy? I think that's rare, but possible. These are the random things that pop into my mind. Or what if there's a complete dick and they decide to come kill switch you? That would suck. Just like kill switch me on the highway? Who does that? Anyway, I think that's, the biggest perspective being the one, someone coming to follow you. I mean, I guess if you didn't want them to really, really follow you, you could wave them by. So, the other perspective, obviously, is when you are on the hunt. Don't know why I call it the hunt. But if you are out on the highway or any road and you happen to come across another bike, we all know that you want to ride with them. There is some different feeling about being out on your bike and in a group. To me, I feel a little safer because we're a bigger target, but I also feel a little more of a badass because I feel like, my inner Sons of Anarchy days of wanting to be in a club are there without having to actually join it. No, I'm joking. I do enjoy riding with other people though. It creates us a sense of camaraderie that we all know of, as I mentioned, and it does create a sense of just enjoyment. We're all sharing in this experience together. However, there probably are some ways that we should do it appropriately. Completely coincidentally, we are pulling up on another bike. I tend to always try to give at least 2 or 3 bike lengths because of the fact that, like mentioned before, we don't know how well this person rides. What if he just collapses? What if something blows out on his bike? What if a car cuts him off and he's not able to emergency brake? Hell, what if he decides he wants to do an endo right here? I need to make sure I have room that I don't get hit. I do think though, if you are going to ride with someone, it's important to make sure that you cover the gap enough that cars will try to cut you off, because that's how people like us will get hit being right behind them. But then comes into the question of how do we approach it? If this gentleman in front of us and I happen to be out and we weren't in LA rush hour traffic, when would I approach him and let him know that I'm riding with him? Or would I do that at all? Would I just stay in, a spot that I know he can see me in the mirror? Do I approach next to him and then fall off? Do I go fist bump him? Do I kill switch him? No, I don't kill switch him. Do we wait till we get off the highway? Pull up to a light? That is probably the hardest part, is deciding when is it acceptable to let them know. I have no idea the answer here. The best advice I can give personally is give space. We don't know what this person can do. Oh, look, another rider. See how he approaches. Does he approach? ZX6? Nice helmet. One dynamic that I'm not able to speak to with the most intelligence is the fact that while there is a major motorcycle culture, right, across our country, it is different state to state. We do have different cultures. Even if you look at different states, people design their bikes differently. We don't have a lot of chrome sport bikes out here in LA. A lot of the bikes are, if they're building them up with all the money, they're spending a lot more on performance. Yet I know, like South Carolina specifically, they have a lot more show bikes, I guess the best way to put it. They do have fast guys there. Not taking that away from anyone, but it, You know, I've been to South Carolina and seen plenty of the show bikes, chrome, neon, all of that. While here, you're going to be more likely to find people with full Brembo, everything, and the most go-fast parts that you can buy. So with knowing that there's different bike cultures, I probably likely assume that there's probably different best practices. In a place like LA, where we ride year-round, we probably are used to running into other bikes a little more frequently than, say, I don't know, Vermont, where it snows too much. I don't even know how much it snows. So I guess the question I'm going to pose, what is it like in your state? Do you guys believe it's acceptable to follow someone else? I say yes. I say that we should all become more camaraderie, a better brotherhood, embrace each other, look out for each other, but do so with an air of caution. Give yourself room, give yourself space. Nonetheless, I am out. I got to give him more room. I'll see you guys next episode. Be sure on the lookout for our new skit coming. And again, if you have not subscribed, please, we appreciate it so much. We also have merch out right now. Hoodies, beanies, skull caps, everything for you guys in them cold climates. See you guys later. Deuces.
Yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, no, no.